Greetings, hi, welcome back. So today's movement play is rather brief. We're going to get into a dynamic mobility set right out of the gate, and that will serve as our warm-up. And then we have a couple of sections. I'm going to use minimal equipment. I will be using kettlebell today, as well as a loop band. I might use even 2 loop bands. They look like this, so just a stretchy band, and I also have a fabric one. Stretchy loopy band there. And the last piece of equipment or pieces of equipment is a set of dumbbells. So just a few pieces of equipment, a little bit of space, a little bit of time. We're going to get right after it. So I'm going to go start the timer, and we have 50 seconds on the clock here. I've got my gloves on right away, ready to rock, ready to just get right into this. So we're going to reach up, palms face forward, pull down, and close together. Open, reach, pull, and close. And this is our cactus pull pattern, one of my favorite ways to start things off. So just take a couple moments to breathe. Nice chest stretch there when the arms pull back behind you, and a good bit of shoulder mobility as we start reaching the arms up overhead. We do have a few overhead movements in the workout today, so we want to make sure we prep that particular range of motion for the shoulder. Nice and strong here, really waking up the upper back in particular. We've got just 5 more seconds. Second move is your dynamic twist. I do this move in almost all of my workouts. You can always lift the back heel and tap the back toe. And I'm starting with the arms a little lower, a little more casual. And now I'm going to take my arms a little bit higher into that cactus shape, and I'm going to keep them fixed in the cactus. You can do that along with me, or you could stay with the first move, whatever your preference is for your warm-up today. The advantage with the cactus is we get a little bit more chest opening. So just 10 seconds here. We're going to go back to a shoulder mobility drill. So come face center, long arm back, and then the other, so we alternate the long arm circle here. Just like a windmill, round and round you go. And we're starting, you'll note, with a backward circle. In about 10 seconds, we're going to reverse the direction. Good, so in 3, 2, 1, and reverse. So now we take those big alternating straight arm windmills forward. And we're just, again, looking to wake up into the upper body here. Wake up into those shoulders. And get some nice circulation going to those muscles. In 3, 2, next move, hinge squat stand. So I hinge back with my hips going behind me, deep squat to the bottom, and a nice overhead reach at the top. Hinge, and squat and stand, and you can always go quicker, you can always go slower. So this one is entirely adaptable, and you can tailor it to your needs today. You can always hold in some of these positions as well if you prefer. Again, this is your mobility set, your mobility warm-up, so use it as you need it based on how you're feeling today. We have about 10 seconds. Our next move is going to be in plank. So let's come into a plank position, and we're just going to move a little bit from the feet and from the wrists. So in your plank, do a little forward and back chug. Just a little forward and back, working the hinge function of your toes and your wrists. And the whole time holding a really solid plank through your middle. So containing the front ribs, tucking the tail under, squeezing the glutes, really firm through the abs. Almost there. Starting to feel stuff get warm now. Starting to feel the body wake up. Next move, we're going to stay in this orientation. Let's come into downward dog. So a pike, down dog. And then lift your heels, lower your knees to hover, and lower your hips to hover over your heels. And then come forward into plank. Back up to down dog. Down into your crouch. I usually call it pounce, forward plank. Go again, down dog, and pounce, and forward into plank. Good, just continue that pattern. Our next move is going to be all of these same pieces. So a down dog, a pounce, a plank, but we're gonna reverse direction. Good, finish one more here. Just feeling all the pieces and how they fit together. And then this time, we're gonna reverse. So going back into a pounce, up into a down dog, and then forward into a plank. So back into a pounce, up into a down dog, and forward into a plank. And just continue with that. Starting to feel, again, some really good heat come into wrists, shoulders and arms, hips, woo, hamstrings, and definitely your quads. Good, do just a few more of those. And then we have one more thing on our hands. So downward facing dog, forward, let your hips dip, chest lift, arms stay straight. Good, and then lift your hips back to down dog pike, let your heels drop. And then lift your heels, bring the body forward, dip the hips, lift the chest. So if you're familiar with upward facing dog, it's pretty much down dog to up dog here. And working to keep the arms straight the whole time. Not so easy. We're starting to get really heated there in the upper body, especially the triceps, right? The back of the upper arm is what works to keep the upper arm straight. So triceps are really firing for this one. Almost there. Good, come on up to stand and reach your arms overhead and go back into your cactus pulls. And we're gonna repeat that series of movements one more time. Because we just spent a bunch of time on our hands, it's actually really inviting. It's a real treat here to be standing and to be off the hands. And just coming back to your breath, getting the upper back now activated. More of those pull muscles versus the push muscles, which we just worked quite a bit in all of the previous poses. Let's come into our twist. So same, you can have the arms low, kind of casual. And just working more the trunk rotation, focusing to the core of the body. Or you can come into the cactus and letting the back arm really lead the way so that you get a big opening across that particular collarbone, chest, front shoulder, bicep area. So I like to think with the back arm, I'm opening all the way from my sternum, my breastbone, out through the tip of the inner elbow. Just opening all of that through the back arm. And we have 10 more seconds, and of course, we're getting a really nice trunk rotation here to warm up the core abdominals. Back to the middle. With our windmill arms, we want to go in opposite, we want to go same direction, but alternating. So let's start backwards. Just a nice, big, backwards arm circle there, like a swim stroke. And looking to get the bicep all the way next to your ear if possible. So the arm going way straight up. And then reverse, and same thing. So you're bringing bicep down right next to your ear. And you can go any pace with these. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs to stabilize your trunk. So we're attempting not to twist on this one. It's really just shoulder rotation. And hinge squat stand for the lower body. So hinge, back is nice and extended. Find your depth of squat and then stand from there. So a hinge, a squat, a stand. And just putting those together over and over at your own pace. This is one of my favorite hip mobility drills. Again, much like the dynamic twist, I do this in most of my routines, whether I'm working just dynamic mobility or I'm warming up for a more strenuous workout, whatever the flavor of the day is, there is always, or almost always, hinging and squatting. Okay, you have one last one, and then we're gonna go right into plank. So as you come into your plank, do your little chug forward and backward, feeling the hinge from the wrists and from the toes. And you can dig your fingertips a bit into your mat, so you start to warm up the wrist flexors, the forearm flexors, making sure you've got some nice neural connections to your grip strength, because we're going to need that as we move on and start picking up the implements. So it's great to train that, to tune that up right here in our plank position. In 3, 2, next thing we're working with here is to go to our first Pounce pattern. So let's go back into Pounce, up into down dog, and then forward into plank. So, and honestly, if you went the other direction, that's fine. We're gonna go both directions. So whichever way you're going, just stick with it. You can do this quicker if you're starting to find a really nice rhythm with it. That's totally great. Feel very welcome to do that. You can also go a little slower, which is what I'm doing today, and feeling into each position. So again, it's adjustable, it's adaptable. You can tailor it to how you're feeling here. Okay, and then whatever way you've gone, we're gonna reverse it. So I'm gonna go Pounce, forward into plank, and then lift my hips to down dog, right? But again, whichever way you're going, just make sure it's the other way. So we stay pretty balanced here with our push and our pull and our launch. Nice, steady, even breath here. Feeling the body, again, getting more and more ready, more and more awake. We do have one more move on our hands, guys. Good, so next time you're in down dog, you're gonna take that directly forward into your up dog. Feel free to adjust your hand and foot position if it didn't start out perfect for you between the last drill and this drill. You know, you can always make those adjustments for yourself. Again, this can go much faster or much slower, whatever speed is speaking to you right now is totally great. We're really just looking to explore flexion and extension here. As well as really warming up, heating up those triceps. We talked about that last time. Almost there. Okay, let's come up to stand. So that is our dynamic mobility set. We're going to move on into a little bit of strength work. This is where we will like to make use of our smaller, lighter, this is a lighter band. And that's because of what we're going to be doing, which is in the upper body. So taking your hands inside the band. What we have here is 5 minutes on the clock for a pattern. First move in the pattern is to do a pull down. Second move is to do a rear fly. And then we're going to be doing a walk down where we walk into plank and we do some rows. So we're going to be doing 3 of everything. I'm going to have you start towards the back of your mat. Because again, in a moment, we're going to be walking forward. We want to make sure we have space to walk forward. Okay, so we've got our hands inside. Reach up and then push out, create tension and pull to your chest. That's 1. Pull, that's 2. Go again, 3. Okay, and then you do your bent over fly. Same idea. Pull out as well as up and release down with control. Squeeze your upper back. That's 3. And then as you fold, walk yourself forward. Find your high plank position. And then come into a side plank and pull a row. Right in front of your chest, stay close to your body. 2, right in front of your chest, close to your body. 3, second side. So you can stagger your feet or you can stack. 1, strong pull. I'm also pushing vigorously through my bottom hand. That was 3. Back to your plank. Walk backwards. And don't be sad about not getting a push-up. Stand up, reach up. We're going to get push-ups next, as in the next set. So here we're doing 3. So the push-ups are coming. Bent over row for 3, 2, 1 more time. And then hinge, walk forward all the way to a plank. Stack your feet or stagger. And 3 row. 3, 2, really pushing, stamping that bottom handprint down through the floor. Switching. 3, 2, super, super strong through that support arm. 3, back to plank. Walk back, walk back, walk back. Reach up overhead and pull for 3. So we're just going to continue with this pattern for about 3 more minutes. 3 of everything. Bent over row, making sure your back is nice and extended. Pulling right up to your chest and then walking forward into your plank. Ready to row for 3. Remember, a lot of this is in that support arm. 2, 1. Switch. Palm faces your chest. Stay close to your body. 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. With control, walk back, walk back, walk back. Rise, arms up overhead. Pull for 3. So hopefully your upper body is starting to feel pretty good right now. Bent over row for 3. 3, pull apart as well as up. 2, squeeze your shoulder blades. 1, that was your 3. Now walk forward, walk forward, walk forward. Find your plank. Set up side plank and 3 row. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Set for 3. 2, can you push your bottom hand down more? 1, back to plank. And walk back, walk back. So we're not rushing it, no need to rush it. Again, this is about strength and endurance. 3, pull. 2, pull. 1 more time. Bent over row, here we go. 3, 2, you got 1 more. 1, fold all the way, walk forward. This is your walk down. Keep tension on that band continuously. Side plank. 3, 2, 1. Through plank. Second side. Set up and row. 3, 2. Also great core work here. 1, back to plank. Make sure you get a nice clean plank each time. Again, it's not a race. Rise up, reach up. You got 30 seconds. We're going to try to do 3. We're going to try to do one more round. 2, 1. Bent over, rear fly. 3, 2, 1. Walk down. And let's just finish it. We'll just finish it. So side plank and row for 3. And 2. And 1. Switch it. And 3. That was our timer, but we're going to finish 2. I'm going to finish by coming to plank, high plank, hold, and then walk back, tension on the band. Good, and then stand up. Okay, you can shake that out. You can put that band aside. We're done with that. We have next. Whew. 4s are fun is the name of this one. So we're going to be using the kettlebell here, and we're still doing our walk down pattern. So hopefully your shoulders are good for that. That previous segment was a lot of shoulder, a lot of upper back, a lot of tricep, and this next section is as well. So hopefully you're still pretty fresh here because we're going to get right to it. But we are going to mix things up, obviously change it a little. So you've got a kettlebell. Take that towards the back of your mat. It's a great time to grab a drink of water as well. This is all rep based, so we're not going to use the timer. I'm going to be counting, and we're going to just attempt to stay together on that count. Okay. So kettlebell at the back of your mat. We won't start with it. We're going to start by walking forward into a plank. So we're right back to the walk down. What we'll have is a walk down into 4 push-ups. Then we walk back to work with that kettlebell. We have 4 deadlifts, 4 power cleans, which means no squat, 4 clean to press. So you pull the weight up, you send it overhead, and then we do have 4 cleans, which is where you squat. Okay, so it's going to be hard maybe to see the whole thing. Apologies for that, but we will do our best. Okay, so at the back of the mat, we're ready to go. Kettlebell is more or less between your feet. Again, in a moment, you're going to come back and do deadlifts with it, so you want it in position for that. Hinge at your hips, hands down, walk forward. Find your plank and 4 push-ups. Now you can do any combination of toes or knees, depending on how strong you feel today. Finish up and come to plank, and then walk back, walk back. As you walk back, grab the handles, the horn, and ready to deadlift. So lock in, and here we go. Stand for 4, and down. 3, squeeze your glutes like crazy at the top. 2, we got 1 more. Okay, now 4 clean, so catch right underneath your chin. And release, and catch again. That's 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to clean it and press overhead. For 1, clean it again. For 2, let's go again. For 3, we got 1 more here. That's 4. Hopefully you picked a good weight to challenge yourself on that one. And then we're going to do a clean to a squat, which is really just a clean. So ready to squat. Here we go from the floor. Clean it up. Catch. Squat down. Go again. Clean, catch, and squat. You can also make that quicker and more dynamic if you like. So you can clean, get right under it. Either way, whatever you feel good about. Okay, kettlebell down. Take 5 seconds. Let's repeat. And we'll do 3 more rounds just like that. Hinge, walk down. Here we go. Plank, 4 push-ups. 4, 3, you can always go faster, of course. 2, one more time. Plank, walk back, walk back. So if in that amount of time you can do 6, do 6, that's great. Deadlift, ready, set, here we go. 1, squeeze your glutes. 2, 3, you got 1 more. Right into the cleans, just catch it. For 1, catch again. 2, 3, 1 more. 4, squeezing your glutes like crazy on that one as well. Clean again. This time press it. 1, and clean. Catch, press. 2, go again. 3, 1 more of those. 4, awesome. Clean and squat, which is really just a clean. So you're ready to squat, here we go. Clean it up and get under. Again, up, catch, squat. Again, that's 3. Let's go 1 more. That was 4. Awesome. Stand, replace the bell. Super brief breather. If you want to work harder today, you could always take out the breather. Ready to walk down. 3, 2, here we go. Hinge, walk it down. Knees or toes. 4 push-ups, go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk back, walk back. So this is our 3rd round. You'll notice 4 is your magic number. Grab the horn, deadlift. 1, 2, so we're staying with 4s. 3, and of course we're doing the whole thing 4 times. Ha ha ha, nice. 4. Now clean it up, just clean, catch. 1, go again. 2, and again. 3, let's do 1 more like that. There's your 4. Now we clean and press it up. Clean, catch, push. 1. Hopefully it's heavy. Hopefully it's a challenge. 2, 3. This one's a good challenge for me today. 4. Okay, now we squat. Ready, go. 1, 2. Keep the bell close. 3, 4. Awesome. Put it down. Replace it in the right spot. You got 10 seconds or 5 seconds. 5 to 10 seconds. You could always take longer if you want. 3, 2. This is our last round. Walk down. Go. Forward, forward, forward. Plank. 4 push-up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, if you can do a few more, please do them. Walk back. I've got my vest on today. That always makes it really challenging for me. Here we go. 4 deadlift. 1, 2, but you just can't do enough push-ups. 3, unless you end up shoulder or bicep injured. 4, and then of course, you've had enough. Clean it up. 1, 2, strong catch, squeeze your glutes. 3, 4, do it again and press it up. So clean it and press it for 1. Let's go again, just like that. 2, again. 3, 1 more like that. 4. Now we squat. 1. 2. Let's do just 2 more. 3. Last one, best one. 4. Carefully stand. Put that bell down. Rest. Take a short recovery. That section's done. That was your 4s are fun. Nice. So take a little recovery, shake it out, grab some water. We are going to move on pretty promptly. So we've got a 5-minute swing set. So you can stay with that weight of dumbbell if that's good for you. If it is not so good for you, please pick something else. You can also do a dumbbell swing instead if you're working with dumbbells and not kettlebells today. But ideally you have a kettlebell to swing. Okay. If at any time you sense that your grip is going to give out, then I'm going to ask you to please pause, rest, take a moment, jump back in when you can. But always, especially if you're going heavy with this, please always put safety first. You want to be always super, super careful when you're working with the kettlebells. So, this is either 4 or 5 minutes. Well, let's do it. We'll do it 5 minutes, okay? So we got 45 on, 15 in between. So you've got a good rest in between each 45-second round. That's why I'm going to encourage you to go heavy, challenge yourself, but rest as you need. Okay. So here we are. Choose the kettlebell that you would like to use. And we're going to do 45, 15 swings. And we're starting in 10 seconds. So kettlebell a bit out in front of you always to start your swings. So here we go. I'm going to do a reset swing today. So up, down, let it tap. You just keep hiking that ball. You can do any form of swing that you prefer. Okay, I'm going to do this one today because that feels good with this weight for me right now. But it's up to you which swing you prefer in your workout today. Really, we're just trying to put in that time, get the heart rate up a little bit, and work some grip, work some glutes. Time, okay, pause. You have 15 seconds. So again, if that weight is not challenging enough, you could choose something different. 3 seconds, prepare. Same swing or choose a different one. Again, it's up to you what you want to do today. I'm going to stay here with these. Again, with this weight, these feel good for me. You just always want to choose what works for you on the day. It's not always going to be the same. That's just called being human, right? Every day, it's a new and different experience. Time. Two down, 3 to go. Take extra rest ever if you need to. Please just do it. Ready? Begin. Never apologize for resting. Rest is self-care. Rest is self-care. Time. 2 to go. If you need to change that weight, you can always change the weight. 5 seconds. Stay in the rhythm. Ready, ready, set. Keep working. You got this. "15 seconds. Time. Again, it should be catching up. Should be getting challenging. We've only got one more round. 45 seconds of your best work right here. And begin. Last one. What can you give me for your last one, best one? Right here. Almost. Time, recover. That's done. That's done. Get your recovery. Try to keep moving. Release your hands. Release your grip. There, release those flexors. Whew. So I like to just take a moment, pull the fingers back. Just a little recovery for the underside there. Whew. That grip gets me, but in a good way. In a good way. Good, so we're gonna be using dumbbells now. And the way that I'm gonna do this one is I'm gonna build up in weight, and I'm gonna go down in reps. So I'm gonna start with my lightest weight. For me today, that's gonna be 20s, but please pick what you consider to be, I mean, honestly, for squats, that is pretty light, but in general, it might be a moderate weight for you. So pick something that's comfortable for you in that range. Then I have a medium weight. I'm gonna be doing 25s for that. And then heavy weight, so for me that'll be 30s, but please pick your 3 and get your weights ready now. What we have here is 3 sets of squats. All right. So get those weights set up. Make sure your kettlebell is cleared away. This is back to rep count, so we're not going to use the timer on this one. Now, if you wanted to, you could take loop band around your thighs. So I'm going to go a bit above my knees there with that, and how that works is then when because the band is trying to pull my legs together, right? It's compressing me. So what I'm going to do is take my thigh bones, my femurs, against it so that the band, stays really tight and taut as I go both down and up in the squat. And for today, I mean, there's different ways you can work with this, but for today, I'm going to focus in particular on pushing out on the way down and then just maintaining a bit of that outward tension on the way up. So the knees are never knocking together to lose the band. That's really the most important thing, is you want to be able to push out, boom, against that band every time. It's kind of like the Charleston. Yeah. And you, instead of ever caving in, you never ever want to do that on your squats. I'm more or less a believer that no movement is bad, but I would not recommend loading this. So don't do this with barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, ever. Always go here, apart. Yeah? Okay. So it's enough rest probably, right? Grab your light weight, because again, this is meant to be a pretty brief workout. So this is our last section for today. So we're going to step the feet into a pretty narrow, or potentially narrow, squat stance. I'm going about shoulder distance from my body, and that's because of where the weights are. So weights right next to you. Let's go for 15. We're going to try 15 count here. Squat back and stand for 1, 2, 3. Again, if you're using the band, push out. 4, 5, keep your chest up. 6, push through the soles of your feet. 7, so you push the ground away from you. 8, every time you rise, push down to rise up. 9, here's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, let's do one more, and 15. All right, carefully put those weights down. Take a little rest. So again, that was your lightest weight for these 3 increments, but it still should be challenging. So hopefully there was a level of struggle with those last few repetitions. That's how you know you picked a really good weight. So I'm gonna go to my medium weight, and we're gonna cut down the reps to 12. So instead of 15, we're gonna do 12 reps. Then with our heaviest weight, we'll do 8 reps. Okay. Then we might have a bonus, just so you know. There could be a bonus, but let's do this first. So you've got a few more seconds to rest, but prepare by getting your medium weight ready to go. Take about 15 more seconds. So when we're doing more like heavy weights, we're not so interested in the cardio component of this one. This is really about strength and muscle endurance. We want to make sure we rest so that the next set, this set, can be high quality. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Yeah. So your medium weight, feet the distance you've determined is good for your squat today, although again, fairly narrow, so your arms are by your side and it doesn't cause your upper back to round and your chest to collapse forward. You want to keep a good tall posture throughout here. All right, so pick up those weights carefully. Come to stand, we'll start there. Ready, and here we go. Down and up for 1. Down and up for 2. Down, 3, keep going. 4, 5, 6, remember, going to 12. 7, looking good. 8, squeeze your bum. 9, let's do 2 more. Well, 10, let's do 2 more, so sorry about that. 11, here we go. 12, carefully put those weights down. Always being sure you leave enough energy in the tank that you can be careful on your exits. If you're really like crash landing out of any of your movements, it means you went a little beyond an appropriate threshold for yourself. So it could be, in this case, too much weight. So you always want to be able to like gracefully exit. And that's how you know you're still safe and in control of your experience. So we're going to take a few more moments Let the heart rate down if it's up. Using those heavy weights demands a lot of oxygen to really big muscles, like your quads and your glutes. So it's going to work your heart rate as well as your legs. But while you're resting or recovering, get organized. So we're gonna come into our setup position with our heaviest weight. Okay. And again, that's an entirely relative label or nomenclature. So whatever your heavy is for today, whatever you chose to use. I chose to use 20, 25, and 30. But you know, I could have gone 25, 30, 35, potentially, except I don't have 35s. 30 is as high as my dumbbells go. So these are my 3 heaviest sets that I currently own. So that's what I'm using. I am gonna give you a bonus option at the end of this set, but let's do this set first, and that will complete the workout that I prepared. And then I'll offer you up a bonus if you wanna hang out and do a little extra, okay? So 5 seconds, just getting your head on. We're only doing 8 reps, okay? Ready, set, retrieve the weights. Make sure you rise carefully, or you could always have your weights elevated. So you could put them, I put them on my bed, you could put them on a table or a bench. But retrieve your weights. We start standing, and here we go. Sit back, push, rise. 1, go again. 2, 3, push out on the band if you've got it. 4, 5, looking good. 6, nice, nice. 7, one more time. And that's 8. Carefully put them down or put them away. All right, short rest. Here's your bonus if you want it. Here's your bonus. I'm gonna do 3 more sets with the heavy weight, and I'm gonna put in between those just 30 quick seconds of a air squat, which is no weight, jump squat combo. So I'm gonna do 1 unweighted called air squat, and then right away a jump squat. So air, jump, air, jump, air, jump for 30 seconds, okay? Or, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to do another set with my heavy weight, and then we're gonna go into that 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna get our timer set. This is your bonus burn, if you're into a bonus burn today. Okay, and we'll do 2 or 3, we'll see how we go. 2 might be enough. 2 might be more than enough. Let's start here. We will have 10 seconds in between the heavy weight and the cardio. Okay, set. Retrieve your weights, start standing. And here we go for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you got 1 more, 8. Okay, carefully put those weights away or down to the side. I'm just gonna say that same sentence 4 different ways, but the idea is make sure your mat is clear. Okay, so we got 1 air, 1 jump for 30 seconds, in 3, I'm gonna leave my band on. You can do that too, you don't have to. Here we go, so 1 regular, one little jump. One regular, one little jump. So it's just a little cardio boost here. And it's super quick, because it's only 30 seconds. Breathe in. 5 seconds now. Okay, that's your time for that. Quick recovery. Quick recovery. I'm just going to leave the band on this whole time. Again, you can do that or not do that as you see fit. It works both ways. This whole series works with or without. Okay, so just to keep things moving, grab your heavy weights. If the heavy is proving too much at this point in your workout, go to one of your lighter, the medium or the light weight. Set to go in 3, 2, and here we go. Squat down, push stand. 1. Again, what we're trying to do here is really challenge the strength threshold. 3. So you should be working with a pretty challenging weight. 4, 5, but challenging for you. 6, and challenging for today. 7, one more. 8, carefully clear your mat. 10 seconds. Prepared to move more dynamically. A little bit of cardio here. Ready? 3, 2, and here we go. 1 air, 1 jump. Light landing on that jump. You don't have to go too high today. Again, we're just trying to burn out the legs and get a little cardio boost. Breathe in. Almost there. Time. Okay. Little recovery. And I think we should do one more. I'm going to do one more. So if you're still with me at this point, don't bail now. Don't bail now. All right, let's get those heavy weights. Or again, whatever you're using at this point. But it is our last set for both of these. One more. Ready to go in 3. All right, and we're off. Squat back, push stand. 1, so we're going to 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, push. 6, you got 2 more. 7, let's do 1 more. And 8, carefully, weights away. 10 seconds, and this is your final round. Set to go. 1 air, 1 jump, best you got. Ready? And begin. It's only 30 seconds here. If you're using the band, push. Try to break that sucker. Time. All right, whew, take the band away. Shake it out. Whew. So just a little bit of cool down movement. Light butt kicker. Make sure your mat is clear of your weights. If you're using the band, you took it off. Light. Now, tap with your opposite hand. Tap your foot behind your back. Nice and light. Heel towards glute. Release those quads. Squats work the entire lower body as well as heart and lungs. However, they are quad dominant. So you worked your quads a lot. Just release them here. Okay, now similar concept, but as you come to the front and tap your insole, you take your knee to the side and you've got a rotation. Right? So it's an active, dynamic external rotation in your hip joint, which is kind of like a pigeon stretch or a figure 4 stretch. And you don't have to hit your hand. Obviously, you don't have to. Go to your degree, whatever feels comfortable, healthy, intelligent at this point in your routine. It's satisfying for me, so I do it. Okay, now let's combine them. So do one each behind your back, one each in front of you. And again, one each behind, one each in front. This is also your brain teaser for the day. Behind, behind, exercising your mind, and in front, in front. Ooh, just keep doing this for about 20 more seconds. Just this, just this. Heart rate should be coming down now. It's a little active hip recovery, but it's also very much cardio recovery. We're gonna do one more round. Behind, behind, in front, in front. Nice, take your right arm across your chest. Do a little twist, and then release. And again, pull it in, little twist, and release. One more time. Same side, so pull in, little drag across your body, little drag. Come center, open and close your arms, crisscross the elbows in front. Just a few times. So go 4, 3, 2, 1. Now other arm, cross your chest, little twist, little twist. So dragging the arm just a little further and then center. And again, hug, squeeze, drag, little twist. One more time, same side. Pinch it and drag it. Come center and cross the arms. Open the chest. Very similar, but instead of crossing the elbows now, just let your hands clap together and then open. Now let's keep the arms pretty high. And when the palms touch, they clap, so it's an open hand. But then as soon as I come apart, I'm going to squeeze my hands into fists and pull back. So I clap, pull, pull. Very similar to when we had the band. Pretend you have a band in your hands and you're trying to pull it apart each time. We'll go 5, 4, so open your chest. 3, 2, one more time. Now nice and easy, arms down and then up with bent elbows. Behind you with straight arms and up and over with bent. And with those bent elbows, keep them pretty narrow to your head. Open up your lats and your triceps. Good, and here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more time. All right. Oh, guys, that is that for today. Thank you for getting a little sweaty with me. This is a nice moderate routine, and I like to do this kind of thing when I don't feel up to a monster workout, but I still want to get some vigorous movement into my day. So I hope it served that same purpose or any other positive purpose. I hope it serves you, let's just put it that way, very well in your day. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Peace out.